What's up, world? It's your boy, Mike Muse. Welcome to the conversation of the Mike Muse Show. I am so excited to be in conversation with my next guest. Audience, as you know, I never dreamed of doing journalism. I fell into this, and I'm very thankful I did fall into it. But Regina King, I never say my guest name right away, but Regina King has been someone who I just admired. And personally speaking, first I'm admitting this, but she reminds me so much of my sister Buffy. She looks like Buffy. She has the essence of Buffy. She has a smile like Buffy. And so every time I see Regina King, she always makes me think of my sister Buffy. Don't worry, Lisa. There'll be another guest I'll have to remind me of you too as well. But there's something about the aura of Regina that reminds me of my sister. Regina King, I have loved on screen. Her ability to have this range that she has and to really make the characters her own. Every time she comes onto the screen, she just commands the room, the audience, the screen, the scenes. She's so emotionally invested into her character. She's always been somebody who I've always been like, ooh, if I ever see her, what would I say? What would I do? And I appreciate the thespian in her and how she just it really gets into the character. And I think she's just an awesome person from afar. So we'll see what happens as we begin this conversation. Never met her before. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome Regina King to the Mike Muse Show. What's happening, Regina?
Oh, thank you, Mike Muse. What's happening?
Man, I'm chilling. Happy you are here.
Oh, well, I am happy to be here. And just so everyone out there knows that what Mike Muse would do when he met me is we did a little shimmy.
Yeah, we did. We did a little shimmy step.
Yeah.
You are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You look just as
Thank
beautiful
you.
on screen as you do off screen.
Oh.
And your hair is fly.
I do.
You in your cornrow
It
moments
is,
right now.
It is.
Artistic
My girl got
cornrow,
busy.
though.
Jennifer did her thing. I know you see the side. check out the
Yeah,
side
we're going to make sure, Drew, we zoom into that. So when you guys go to my
Yes.
YouTube page, you're going to see this pretty soon. It's artistic as hell.
Yeah.
So let me say, you in the arts,
Oh, yeah.
besides being a thespian. Yeah. You do a
Well,
little
you know,
bit.
that's the thing. I do believe that when we say the arts, we kind of speak about it only thinking of just specific
Yeah.
artistries. And art is a way to be. You know, it's approaching things from an artistic lens, no matter what it is. Journalism, I feel just embodies the endlessness, the limitless, the no end to creativity. You know,
I love that. This really is your career. From just not acting, but you're writer, you're director, you're executive producing. You're doing some of my favorite things from Forever to Gina Blackwood, Prince, like all the people I love and just adore. But also, too, I'm thinking about even the new wine that you have, Me and You, which I'm mad I don't see a bottle here for me, but that's fine. It's fine. We're just meeting. We're getting to know each other. I get it.
And
Maybe the
you know
next time.
what?
Next time
Shame
we'll
on
have some
me.
wine.
Shame on me.
I like orange wine.
However,
I like orange
you
wine.
know,
I'm just saying.
You're one
No
of the
big
few
deal.
that even know about orange
No
wine.
big deal. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well,
I'm a little
this
cultured.
is a self-finance business. I am the winery. This is not another big company backing me. This is a blend that I created that really, to me, is a embodiment of all joyful things, artistic things, making the best out of every moment that my son Ian embodies. And so I never thought that I would be in the wine making industry ever, but it made sense.
It does. Is that why you picked the color? Well, orange, because orange is such a joyful color.
Orange is Ian's favorite color, always has been. I mean, he would gravitate to some like sweatshirts and things like that were from colleges that he had no idea where that college even was. But he was like, oh, I like that Clemson sweatshirt because of the orange. So he's always loved orange, but he introduced me to orange wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about 6-7 years ago. And I was like, no, I've never heard of orange wine. And he had the waiter bring some over, and I was just so it just made me feel good. You know, the way it kind of tickled my palate and all of the unexpected little things that were happening, all the different tasting notes that were happening. And the fact that it was an organic wine really impressed me because sometimes with conventional wine, the histamines just get me, and I find myself, feeling that heaviness right there. So yeah, it all
I think the
came
beauty
from him.
of wine for me is like fragrance and also to music. Like you kind of
Yes.
can place where you were when you had a really great bottle of something, whether it's a
Absolutely.
red, whether it's a white, whether it's champagne, right? And when you
Absolutely.
pair it well, it just makes you think about good memories like
Hmm.
with it. Everyone has their own relationship to wine,
Exactly
but
that. And that's how I came up with the blend. I was really trying to capture that wine that he first had given me to try. How close can I get to that taste that I remember in that moment that we shared? And so I think you're so right with that. And all people that do drink wine, you take your time with wine,
yes.
so you really share the moment with whoever or whomever's
Yeah.
you're drinking the wine
And there's
with.
always a story with wine, right?
Always a story with
Yeah, like
wine.
I always have some dear friends, Adam and Carrie, and every time we have one of their great bottles, there's always a story to the bottle. Well, this bottle was when we were in, or this bottle happened to be, or this particular winemaker is in X region, right?
Always a
It's
story.
always a story. And
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful way to remember Ian's legacy.
Yeah,
That always better to talk
absolutely.
about it. Well, Ian had good taste.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
wow.
absolutely.
That's
He
the man's
introduced
palate.
me to so many things. Music, because Ian is a musician, a chef. He loved repurposing things, like finding old things and turning them into something else, which is an art form in itself.
It is.
He actually
Abstract art, as you would
yeah,
say.
he's an actor. He was in the film that I had directed, One Night in Miami. He actually auditioned for the. Oh yeah. If you're gonna be in it, you got to earn the role. And he was head and just as a mom, he's head and shoulders over everyone that auditioned. And I was not saying it because I was a mom, and the casting agent was like, Regina, I'm gonna send you all the tapes, but
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, Ian was above everyone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? So I could not wait to look, and he
You know,
got the role.
congratulations to Ian. You're such a good mom. It's so interesting. You're talking about Ian and yourself and wine experiences and music and art. And that is everything for me. That is New York City,
Yes.
which is why I love this city, this
Yeah.
great city. And which is why when I was watching your film yesterday, Caught Stealing, I couldn't help but thinking like, this is a love letter to New York City beyond so much. And in New York, there is such intersectionality of people and class and audience. We're talking about wine, and maybe it may sound esoteric, but no, you can really get cheap bottles of wine for $4, for like $5. Trader Joe's with $2 chuck,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
is it
yeah, yeah,
knowing
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And New York is the beauty of that. You can have a cheap bottle of wine that tastes good, or you can have an extremely expensive bottle that tastes good too, as well.
From a wine to a bagel.
Yeah,
You know?
literally. And
Yeah.
this movie just exudes that. I was in the screening room taking feverish notes on my phone
Oh,
here. But what I
awesome.
kept coming back to was like, I kept writing a love letter to New York, a love
Yes.
letter to New York. Talk to me about your relationship to New York before I actually get into the movie.
Yeah. Well, I lived in New York. I want to say 91 to 93, and probably would have stayed, but I'm a punk when it comes to the cold. I just, after the first winter there, I was like, okay, it wasn't so bad. And then the next year, it was like the worst winter ever in New York. That's what the news was saying. And I dug my truck out of the snow, packed it up, and drove back to LA. I was like, no more cold for me. But what I love so much about New York is just, I guess, I don't want to call it a scene, but because I can't think of another word right now, the social scene. I just feel like, and I love LA. That's the city I'm born and bred in. But LA can be a really lonely city. Whereas New York, living in New York by yourself or moving to, at least my experience, you can leave your apartment at like 10 in the morning just with a mission of just doing one or two things and not get back home till 3 a.m. because you ran into this person and you ended up going here, or this show was opening, so you went there. And that just does not happen like that in any other city. I love the fact that in this city, you better make amends with anybody you may have drama with, because you are going to run into them.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas in LA, you can go 10, 15 years and never see that person. But not in New York. And so I feel like that's the reason why when you see New Yorkers in other cities, they're so successful, because it's something about that hustle and that, no, we're dealing with this right now.
Yeah.
That they have, that gumption to, as they say, keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, you, in your Oscar-winning ways, Oscar award-winner Regina King is here.
I like the way you did that.
Oh, yeah. You said, I got you, friend. I got you, friend. Oh, you didn't bring me no wine. It's okay. I still got you, friend. I got your back.
I got you. You know, it still can come.
Yeah. No, I'm going to buy some, too, as well. But I really loved, you had us at Hello. I guess it had me because I was the only one in the theater. But, you know, you had us collectively as Hello when you came onto the screen. And I lost Regina King to your character Elise because of your accent.
Oh,
and the
thank you for saying that.
And the dialect that you had in this. Talk to me about how you thought about that dialect, because it was uniquely New York, but audience, this film is set in the 90s. It's very uniquely 90s New York.
Yes.
Talk to me about how you thought about this character as a police detective. She plays this incredible police detective, and I put that in air quotes.
Yes. So I had the opportunity to actually spend some time with a detective that was, she's retired now, but she was a cop in that same area at that time.
Wow.
And her name is Jackie Brown.
Hey, Jackie Brown.
She's the real Jackie Brown.
All right,
you
now.
know? I don't know if Quentin Tarantino saw her and met her somewhere.
Yeah.
It was like, I gotta write a movie. So because she was so gracious and she so wanted to share her stories and her experiences, I was able to really lean in, ground the character in things that felt real to me, and just listening to her. We went to dinner. She came over to my apartment, and we sat for a couple hours and just talked and talked and talked. And so just looking and watching her mannerisms and specific words, because one thing that I do notice about dialects is that you can have two people that are from the same city and they still sound different. You know, and sometimes that may be because one person's parents may be Caribbean and another person's parents are from the South. And so some words are just slightly different. And because I had just done Shirley Chisholm and had worked with that dialect coach, my dialect coach, Erin, on that, and she gave me so many tools that freed me from feeling like I'm a fraud, you know, and she is the one that helped me pay attention to just listen to how people dialects change just when they're in different circumstances. It could be the same person and they may say a word just slightly different because they're angry right here or because they're speaking to someone else, a person of authority or a person that's not of authority, and we change. That's human nature. And so having that education when I was doing Shirley, I had done a couple dialects before Shirley, but Shirley was one that everyone knows her. There's footage out there to see if I'm really embodying her or not, you know. So having that not so long ago, I was able to employ some of the stuff she taught me.
I want to say you did. Audience, this film is many things. It's a love letter to New York. It's a heist. It's brutal. It's gore. It's MMA. It's UFC. It's football. It's baseball. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is
a little bit of humor.
A little bit of humor.
Yeah.
You're going to love this film. I cannot wait for you to see it, audience. But I want to say, if that was the objective and the notes that she gave you in the sense of dialect can change and situation around emotions, you nailed it. Because the reason why I say audience, I put things in air quotes, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but there was a moment, Regina, you know I'm about to land, when you get into the vehicle and it shifts.
Yeah.
And we learn a different part about who you are.
Right.
And your dialect actually did change in that moment.
Oh, wow. Well, I have to be honest. You've seen the film.
Yeah, I'm not giving any spoilers.
Yes, and I have not seen the film yet.
Oh, shit. Not me saying it for you.
Yes.
Look at me, VIP.
I just had...
Oh, hi, VIP. Well, let's go.
Darren is really adamant. He wants anyone that is seeing it beforehand to see it in the theater. And I love that he is loving the beauty of going to the theater, having those shared experiences when we're watching a film. And I think we're getting back to that. Yeah. And so I just have not had the opportunity to actually go and see it in the theater, but I happen to know the script very well.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But I don't know that I was paying attention to that. But what I will tell you is in that moment, which was one of the fantastic things about working with Darren, is he had me play it 3 different ways in each take. And because he was like, because it was making him think, I guess, of what he could possibly do in the editing room.
Yeah.
Like, one time he was like, say it this time on this take, say it more like you're worried about him. And then one take was, like you really don't care about him. You're just trying to get to dinner, So he just kind of threw, and I think as an actor, we kind of get excited. Yeah. He threw these mental aerobics at me to play with, and it was fun. So the reason why I mentioned I hadn't seen it yet, because I'm curious which way he
final
went.
Take. The final cut. Yeah. Well, just knowing the final cut that is there, it is brilliant.
Oh, awesome.
And in the final cut, you actually see the shift. And audience, her character is very complicated. It's a very layered character that, for me, is the backbone and like the constitution of what a heist film is, and the twists and turns. And I think in that scene, in that moment, the way you change your dialect actually begins. Yeah. It keeps, because the movie is high pace.
Yes.
Very high pace. I think the way you change your dialect kept the pacing even in the reveal, which I think is very complicated to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think most of the characters that I've played, I like the ones that have more nuance, because just as human beings in real life, we are complicated people, most people are not bad people. They've just made some bad choices along the way. We've all, if we have learned any lessons in life, we've learned those lessons because we made a bad choice, but we're not bad people.
Yeah. And also, too, what I love about this film is the cross sections of people. You had blacks, you had Puerto Ricans, Hasidics, the Russians, Ukrainians, all things that make up New York. I thought that was beautiful. But I want to lean into, and I know I can talk to you all day, and I had to let you go at some point, but I want to lean into what stood out to me is that it is a very male-dominated cast. Zoe Kravitz, shout out Zoe, she did a fantastic job in there, but it's a very male-dominated cast. And I have to think, interesting enough, the detective and the police force back in the 90s had to have been male-dominated too as well. So I'm just curious, how did you think about that as you were playing this character? Because you hold your own so strongly in your agency. I never looked at you as like a female detective.
Right.
I looked at you as like just a detective coming onto the scene.
Right. Honestly, Mike, that came from my conversations with Jackie. Because she really, like I said, broke down the landscape of what she was dealing with at that time. And again, like Shirley Chisholm, she dealt with more sexism within the department than racism. And so her just kind of painting that picture and how she had to deal with that, and when she chose times to deal with it where they're dealt with, and times where, okay, I'm gonna let that one ride right now. We'll see where it takes us. So just her sharing it with me through telling me stories, not necessarily saying, this is how you have to be, this is how you have to be. She just kept telling me stories and sharing her experience.
Well, Oscar winner Regina King, job well done.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
You completed the mission fantastically. All the objectives you wanted to hit. You haven't seen it yet, but I'll let you know you did.
Oh, well, I that really means a lot. It really does.
Audience, you're going to enjoy this film. I think it's a perfect end of summer into fall transition film. It's a feel-good film. It's a laughable film. You're going to cringe. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're like, whoa, but it's all the things you want.
But that's the thing that we loved about the 90s films.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they kind of kept you at the edge of your seat. They weren't big CGI films.
No.
You know, you wasn't one of those things where you can tell the whole film was shot in green screen.
Yeah.
You know, and just kind of grimy, a little gritty.
It is.
You know? Yeah.
It's authentic.
And yeah.
Well, Regina King, it has been, they always say, don't meet your heroes. So I'm so glad I did. You did not disappoint, my friend. I cannot wait to be in conversation with you on whatever you choose to do. You could make a popsicle, and please just come back and talk to me about this popsicle.
Yes, and I am going to have someone bring you a bottle of wine, and you have to promise to tell me what you think. But actually, there are two things that I would like to hold you to.
Yeah.
Is that the first glass of wine of me and you that you have, you share it with somebody or somebodies that you appreciate. Oh, wow. And the second thing is, let me know your tasting notes.
I absolutely will.
Please
This
do.
is why you're so special.
Aw.
That was very kind. I'm going to accept your challenge.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Audience, please go see my new friend, Regina King, and Caught Stealing in theaters. Coming up soon. And stay tuned. We have more of the Mike Muse Show ahead. Till next time, folks. Peace.